Hey everybody that like watches this show. I don't know what to call you guys. But today we're gonna do something special. We're gonna go back in time to like the old ages, when I didn't have to pay taxes or look for jobs. We're going back in time to the Scholastic Book Fair. And we're seeing which are the top 10, but like actually 14 books of all time. Books of all time. Now, I did just say that it's a top 10 list, but that was a lie. I'm basically going to just list out 14 different books from the Scholastic Book Fair, or like books in general from that time, and I'm not even going to rank them. I'm only going to rank the top 5. I'm just going to list them out for you and see if I could jog your memory, give you some memories of being back in elementary school and going to the book fair with your $5 and a cigarette butt and trying to see if you can get your hands on some Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And to all those kids that were given like $100 by your parents, fuck you. Seriously? Like, dude, I got $20. That's not even like enough for one book sometimes, dude. I got $20. That's like one okay book, bro. Like, that's fucking, I don't know. We'll see on the list. We'll see on the list. But. All right, so the first one I'm going to talk about is Bone. Did I raise any eyebrows? Did anyone like get a flashback back in time? Like, oh my god, Bone! All right, Bone is like a little comic book strip about this dude. I never read them myself, but I'm guessing he is a Bone. He's the Bone. He's like a tiny little white dude. And I don't mean Jack Doherty's little bitch ass.
Is that Jack Doherty with no security? Got caught lacking his whole family.
I'm talking about like a literal like Bone guy. He was created by Jeff Smith, and it's like a little adventure fantasy thing. I don't know. I think it's like there's multiple Bones in there, like they're cousins or something. They get into these magical adventures, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know too much about the Bone lore, but I think the characters are kind of cute. I mean, little marshmallow dudes. I don't know. Bone. I'm trying to bone some bitches, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and go with I Survived. I Survived. Now, I Survived is basically tales about people that have survived crazy situations. Like there's the Twin Towers one, the niggas from Pompeii, the Chicago fire. I don't know, some other motherfuckers too, probably. And there was also like the Who Was, like it would be like Who Was LeBron, or Who Was the Kamookster, or like who was, I don't know, some other dudes, I guess. But those books, I don't know if they were like written by the same people, or like I'm guessing it was actually like a group of people writing for them, like ghostwriters or whatever. But those books were like, they were handy when you needed to do a book report. You just grab an I Survived or Who Was book. On to No David. Now this nigga was the most evil, like, spawn of Satan that ever like graced this planet. Not even graced this planet, cursed this planet, bro. No David is the Antichrist, and like you can't prove me wrong. Like, how are you gonna convince me he's not, bro? This motherfucker, in all of his books, he would just like fucking absolutely tear shit up, bro. Like he would knock over fishing bowls and shit. He would like run down the street naked. He would like kidnap children and hold them hostage and murder them and shit, dude. Like, No David was like a son of a bitch, bro. I don't know like how people are raising their kids, but like if you got a motherfucker like No David laying around, bro, pack it up, bro. Pack it up. Honestly, set his ass up for adoption, or that would probably make it worse, to be completely fair. But yeah, No David, bro. Those books were not a great example of what a kid should be. I think it was based on the author's son, probably. David Shannon, his son. I don't know. So yeah, No David is the other pick. Now, holy shit, bro. Who remembers the Black Lagoon? And not just from the goon part, okay? Who remembers like the stories of the Black Lagoon, where it followed a bunch of these kids and their school was filled with strange creatures from the Black Lagoon, dude. And these kids were just basically trying to go through the motions of life. Like the monsters weren't trying to kill them or anything, or eat them or whatever. They were just trying to like tolerate the monsters and live day-to-day elementary school life. And I'm starting to feel very sad and nostalgic for my old life. But you know, things are pretty good now, so I can't complain too much. Oh, and what I was about to so this wasn't on the original list I have up right in front of me, but I just remembered Wayside School, bro. Does anyone remember Wayside School, where the school was like basically put sideways and it's like 400 stories tall because of how like schools are supposed to be like flat, or not supposed to be, but like schools are usually horizontal. Someone accidentally fucked up the school and it turned like this way, and I hope some nigga got fired for that shit. Cause like, how do you fuck up that badly? But anyway, the school was super tall and crazy shit happened, and people were like never seen again in that school. Like motherfuckers were getting murdered and shit, and I don't know. Wayside School. If anyone remembers Wayside School, and hit me up or something. What am I talking about? Hit me up. Don't hit me up, bro. Oh my god, dude. These two were tight, bro. I need a nigga like, oh, I need a friendship, bro. I need a friendship like these two motherfuckers, okay? These two were like Bonnie and Clyde, bro. Finn and Jake. Mordecai and Rigby. Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad are probably gay lovers, but I mean, like, I'm just saying. They live in the same place, they hang out together, cook meals for each other and shit, bro. I don't know. I don't know. But Frog and Toad, bro, are like this, bro. Oh my god, dude. Those motherfuckers would always like go on these adventures, mundane but like exciting adventures, and they'd fight over some stupid shit, and they'd end up like, you know, resolving things and making sweet love by the frog campfire and shit, bro. Like they would always hash things out by the end of the story, man. Sometimes they would eat cookies but to get diabetes and go have to like navigate the fucking American healthcare system to get their hands on some insulin shots and shit. But like other times, you know, Toad just would wear a bathing suit that showed his ass off, so like Frog would get mad because he's trying to like get other dudes to look at his ass. But you know, modesty is a trait that we all should look for in our partners. And you know, Frog and Toad, just a goated series, bro. A goated series, man. I really appreciate their friendship, in all seriousness. And there's a new show on like what, ABC or Apple streaming service or something. I haven't checked it out because I'm not 12, but you know, yeah, I probably will eventually if I just get a bunch more free time. Probably won't happen, but yeah. Up next, and this is like a really deep cut. Like, you know, I don't know if you're gonna remember this shit, bro. Also, if you guys have any other like ideas of like, or any other books that you read in your childhood, put them in the comments. And I'm not saying that to get engagement. Like, I'm genuinely curious because like I put down every book I could think of, and I feel like this is a little light. It's light of the list. Like I could do a top 20 if I really dug deep. Maybe I just asked ChatGPT or something. I don't know. Super Fly Guy. Okay, now this nigga was fly as fuck, bro. This was a fly that hung out with this kid named Buzz, which was very convenient because all the fly could say was Buzz, because you know he was a special fly. He could only say one thing, you know. So Super Fly was he would just like go around and adventure with Buzz, and this kid was known as weird as fuck, and bullies would beat him up because his only friend was a fucking fly. So you know. Yeah, Super Fly Guy. I would check it out, man. It's a very gritty and dark series, bro. Super Fly Guy, man. Those motherfuckers had that shit on, bro. Everyone was flying that, bro. And nobody was lacking in that book, bro. Nobody. Now, up next, we have Dork Diaries by Rachel Renee. Now, Dork Diaries like followed this girl named Mackenzie, and the only reason I know that is because I used to bum some of my little sister's Dork Diary books off her when I finished the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series and assumed that things would be kind of similar. Now, I didn't really give a fuck that it was super girly at the time, but I read one and then I was like, wow, this shit is like so boring and I can't relate to this at all. I don't think I even finished the whole thing. So, yeah, I put that shit right back down. But I do respect Dork Diaries for being the female version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Not in the sense that she's a loser, but she's just like some, I don't know, outcast, I guess. I don't remember anything from the Dork Diaries series except she was trying to get some dude, and yeah, these books were pretty boring. I think my sister liked them, so they're on this list. Next, we have Harry Potter. I did not read Harry Potter. I was not a fan of Harry Potter. I thought that he was a hairy twink, which is like very what is that like? That's a paradox. You know, twinks aren't really hairy, aren't they? I thought Harry Potter was a little bitch. You know, he was too fucking passive. He was British, man. I don't know, but this next motherfucker is my goat. And listen, if you like Harry Potter, you really fucked with Harry Potter books. That's okay, man. That's okay. I respect Harry Potter. Oh, you know what? Didn't like the writer do something really bad or something? I don't know. Like, was she racist or transphobic or something? I don't know. Maybe both. What a queen. Anyway, I'm joking. Anyway, Harry Potter is it's a good series. It's a good series. I just don't care for it. Okay, to be completely honest with you. Percy Jackson, bro. The people that read Percy Jackson, we were the alphas, bro. We got the girls. We got the resource. We got the paper, the money, bro. Those Percy Jackson motherfuckers, bro. We knew our stuff, and we learned history. It wasn't just some hocus pocus, bro. We learned history and Greek mythology from the Percy Jackson books, the Rick Riordan books, bro. It wasn't just Percy Jackson. It was like the King Chronicles, the Magnus Chase, even Aru Shah, bro. I checked that out. I didn't finish it because it was stupid, but you know, I checked it out. I'm not caught up on the Percy lore, but Harry Potter first two movies were fun. I like them. Now, are they good? No, but just because something isn't good doesn't mean you can't like it. Like, I enjoyed the movies. That's all you can really ask for these days. Is did I see the movie? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. And you know, Percy's pretty cool. Now, I will say that the Harry Potter movies were a lot better than the Percy Jackson movies. But that's a story for another time, and that's bringing up some memories with something I will not say on here. Now, you could just chew on. You could wonder about what that is. If you know me in real life, you could probably just ask. But up next we have Goosebumps. Now, Goosebumps is this tale about it's like an anthology series. So basically, in every new book, some random fucking kid gets harassed by a monster and dies. And that's not even a joke. Like, the other times I've been talking about death and like people getting harassed and shit were jokes, but like, no, dude, Goosebumps was kind of dark in some points. I remember this one about like an elevator that goes sideways and he goes through this world without color, and that shit would always scare me because I would be in school with like the lights off sometimes, and I'd be like, or no, I'd be in school and no one else is there, and I'd be like, oh god, am I gonna get transported to the fucking no color realm? I have no clue what this thing is called. I read this like 30 years ago, man. So if you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'll give it a read again. Actually, I am kind of curious as to like how that ended, but I'm pretty sure he just got stuck. But Goosebumps has some dark ass tales, man. Some dark ass tales, and it always has a twist at the end, man. They had the Goosebumps movie. They did the Goosebumps show in the 90s, which I watched like almost all of it. I'm pretty sure all of it actually. Yeah, I think Keanu Reeves or someone kind of important was on there, like randomly. Can't remember who it was. Some celebrity was on like a Goosebumps, random Goosebumps episode, and nobody remembers. But yeah, put that in the comments too. Okay, please. But yeah, Goosebumps books were pretty solid until they started hiring the ghostwriters and all that shit. Anyway, R.L. Stine is my goat. I didn't know he was that ugly, but you know, he's kind of cool. He was represented by Jack Black in the movie, and yeah, that movie was pretty ass, actually. And there's a new show out about Goosebumps. So yeah, check that out too. And yeah, Goosebumps. Oh, and that's number 5 of my top 5. Number 5 of my top 5. Because now we're ranking them. We were just mentioning the ones before, but now we're ranking. Okay, so what did I say? How many do we have left? Oh, okay. So it goes Percy Jackson, then Goosebumps. All right. Up next, we have this dude is what raised me. This what I'm about to say, literally, basically, like created my personality, created who I would be for like the rest of my life. I feel like it still influences me to this day. This is probably the book I've read most recently, right? The most recent book I've read, or like read without someone telling me to for class or something, or some kind of project. Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants. I think this might have been one of the first books I've ever read, to be honest. Captain Underpants, written by the Gooner Dave Pilkey, first Gooner, is a story about this dude that gets hypnotized by two kids, George and Harold, and he becomes like a superhero, and he gets superpowers, and he saves them, and he runs around in his literal underwear, and the whole thing is very, very fucking like gross. It's gross. It's toilet humor. It's toilet humor. So yeah, we love that. There's also Dogman, the new Dogman books, which fucking suck. I hate them. They're not good. Sorry. First three are good, and then it goes off the rails. And yeah, Dogman books. But Captain Underpants was like a solid series, man. It taught me a lot of lessons. It showed me the guy. Oh my god, reading them as an adult, you catch wind of like a lot of shit the dude is talking about that you just didn't like understand back then, and it's just interesting. Usually, a lot of these books like are worth revisiting, worth rereading. You know, so yeah, the Captain Underpants series. They had a movie which was so good. Oh my god, first epic movie, Captain Underpants, first Captain Underpants movie, whatever, that's what it's called. And they had a show too. They had a show on Netflix, which I've been meaning to finish it up. I've watched like a decent amount of it, but yeah. Captain Underpants has a show, and what else? They have a Dogman movie coming up, which I will not be watching. And yeah, Dave Pilkey, you're the GOAT, man. You're the GOAT. You raised me, man. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We fucking mentioned this before. Now, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is interchangeable with number one in my book, because this is another one of the most recent books I've read, where I read the one about like the hot mess one with the spaghetti and the grandma fucking, you know, what'd she do? She has a spaghetti and meatballs recipe, and the entire family is trying to fiend after this spaghetti and meatballs recipe, and she never gives it up. And fucking Greg eventually finds out that the spaghetti and meatballs recipe is fake, and she just buys it from the store. How these motherfuckers didn't find this out, I have no idea. But you know, you'd be able to check the trash, right? Or like you'd see the cans lying around of like this store-bought shit. I don't know. Anyway, Diary of a Kid is a story about this kid named Greg who's like a total bitch, and he has this friend named Rowley, and Rowley's essentially his slave, and they get into all sorts of trouble, and Greg apparently is like a sociopath or something, which is kind of crazy. I think he's just a kid, and kids are selfish, so, you know. And yeah, he's in middle school. He's been in middle school for the last 20 years. I'm not even exaggerating. And yeah, dude, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a solid book, man. Solid series. The movies were all like I don't want to say all peak. Hold on. The first three movies is possibly one of the most goated trilogies of all fiction, bro. Get the fuck out of here, Star Wars. Get the fuck out of here. What other trilogies are there? Iron Man trilogy, I guess. Like, that's just the first thing that came to mind. But, Lord of the Rings. Get out of here. Get out of here, Lord of the Rings. Dude, Diary of a Wimpy Kid on top. Number one. I don't even know if this belongs here. I could probably change this with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or change Diary of a Wimpy Kid with this, but it's Dromino Stilton. Now, who here fucks with Dromino Stilton? Raise your hand, cuz. We're twins, but Dromino Stilton, okay, so like his regular books were pretty mundane shit. Like, okay, he would like go fuck around at work, or like go do some archaeological shit or whatever the fuck. But Geronimo Stilton, bro, it had the biggest variety of content in any children's book ever, bro. Okay, there was the Thea Stilton series, his sister or cousin or whatever, I don't know. There was Cave Mice, you know, the throwback to Geronimo in the prehistoric times, you know. There was special editions, which would be like a mini series, I guess, you know. Sometimes we'd go to like the North Pole or be a pirate or some stupid shit. It was a mystery series. No one gave a fuck about that. Or the travel series. It was the Wild West series. Now that was pretty cool. All right. But the number one side story, and this is what got me into Geronimo Stilton, was the Kingdom of Fantasy. Now this thing also like completely changed me as like a person. Like this Kingdom of Fantasy thing is basically what got me into fantasy as a genre. It got me into lore, like in general, like lore for like history, fucking random shows and universes like that. And dude, just the Kingdom of Fantasy, like the lore was so deep and rich. There was other languages. There was like all sorts of things. It was just so creative, man. And yeah, dude, it's not even like the regular Geronimo Stilton books, like the baseline Geronimo Stilton. It's really like the side quests that he does that are like what like fucking drew me in as a kid, man. Those Kingdom of Fantasy books would just look so badass, and he'd be all over the place. And sometimes it would be like this one where, like every so often, he would do like a really long one where it would be like the Avengers assemble of fucking Kid Me, man. Like all the characters from the other stories would come together and help Geronimo beat up some witch or something. I don't know. But man, there was just so much going on. And just the Kingdom of Fantasy, man. Fucking send me there, bro. Send me there right now, cuz let me be a wizard in the Kingdom of Fantasy, bro. Let the Kamookster rule the Kingdom of Fantasy, bro. Please, cuz I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, really. That's all we got. Mostly Scholastic books. I think a couple other ones made it on there. But if you have, it does not have to be Scholastic books. But if you have any other ideas, bro, hit me up, bro. Oh wait, don't actually hit me up. Don't hit me up. Hit me up in the comments, bro. Go in the comments and go write them down there, okay? Because I'm curious. Maybe I'll do like another video, like a follow up. I'll shout you out if you want. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you made it like this far into the video, like I will give you head. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And stay scheming or keep dreaming.
Psalm chapter 145, verse 18. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth.
Grass block. Iron pickaxe. Wooden block. Beware the nether portal. This is Minecraft. Now this right here is a minecart. We call them pillagers. Giant sword. As a child, I yearned for mines.